Like most people, I was attracted to the natural beauty of Belize. But since I met my friend Cadet Henderson, I'm beginning to wonder what technology it takes to run a country. Hello?
Yeah, another day in paradise. What's up, Cadet?
Hey Steve, you ready for some more Belize technology? Let's do it.
Okay, sounds good. I'm on my way.
Welcome to this special episode of Greatest Places on Earth entitled Belize Technology Report. My name is Steve ODell and I'll be your host. Its purpose is to document the technological advancements to date of the young country of Belize. And special thanks goes out to the Belize Film Commission for their assistance in this project. Today you will see video of Belize technology never before seen. Now let's get started.
Our sponsors this week: Midwest Steel, everything steel and so much more. Rhineland Meats, the best steaks in Belize from some very smart ranchers. Caribbean Chicken, come and learn why the secret's in the taste. Western Rebuilders, the best engine rebuilding machine shop in Belize. ICB Insurance, value for your money, 17 branches countrywide. Central TV and Internet, one network, one connection. In Belize City, Joseph and Taylor Limited, materials for contractors, masonry and fabricators. Capital Factory, your one-stop producing metal roll-up doors, selling all types of metal, roofing materials, Cemex, cement, and more. Atlantic Bank, building the future together. Guatemala's multi-equipos construction machinery and equipment, sales, rental, and service. 4 locations: Guatemala City, Escuintla, and Shela. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected. New Buildings Ltd and New Buildings Crane Services, fabrication and erection of steel buildings, Iguana Creek Road at the entrance of Spanish Lookout. Your center for total wellness in Spanish Lookout, Alignment Chiropractic, Sunshine Pharmacy, and Sunshine Dental. Belize Window Mart, Iguana Creek Road near Spanish Lookout. Check out the window showroom. Pick your perfect sliding windows and doors built right on the spot. That's why our prices are the best in Belize. Hardware, motorcycle parts, tires, this place you gotta see. Belize Window Mart. Big Creek Port, Belize's premier container and bulk terminal port, charting the future for Belize exports by expansion, serving Belize and supporting over 250 employees. Believe in Big Creek Port.
In my 10 years of filming Belize for television, I have represented over 300 companies, each one prosperous for a reason, usually government contracts. But this next company does not rely on government contracts, but on great ideas, being diverse, solid trust among the partners, hard work, and doing what they do very well. I'm talking about New Buildings Ltd and their other businesses, which you'll learn about on this program. 2 sets of brothers who work hard and trust one another. It's a real Belize success story. Let's watch. New Buildings Ltd is a Belize-based construction company who is in the business of designing, fabricating, and erecting steel buildings. The framework of these steel buildings are made from raw steel. I-beams ranging from 8" to 24 inches from the top flange to the bottom flange, and up to 3/4 of an inch thick. These I-beams will be cut to specific lengths and have other steel plates welded to them, designed in such a way so that they can be held together with bolts, creating an ultra-strong metal skeleton to which is fastened a roof and walls. This is how a steel building is built. Although these men are confident in the transforming of this raw material into the perfect pieces that will fit together in the end, these men are following the exact specifications laid out by the building's designer, who has spent considerable time working with mathematical formulas and 3D computer software, creating the plan to design these interlocking pieces that in the end bolt together to form a perfect skeletal frame, which is able to withstand a hurricane. Using terms like rafter, column, brace, and purlin, you will begin to see just how this type of construction is done. The tasks that you are seeing performed by these men are how steel is altered to become these perfect pieces. Incidentally, don't think small. Think pieces that are up to 40 feet in length. Creating 1,000 perfect bolt holes through half-inch solid steel is an interesting proposition. New Buildings Ltd. will punch holes and drill holes in this steel in ways that you will find interesting. This special drill uses electromagnetism to secure itself to the steel plate. This drill is very useful in situations where the plate cannot be clamped onto a drill press. The drill bits used to pierce and force its way through this half-inch steel plate are made from super hardened steel and imported from outside of Belize. These bits get hot and need to be cooled down with water periodically. The drills, the saws, the torches, welders, and cutters are all part of the fabrication process which happens at the new building shop. After the pieces are fashioned, they are loaded onto trucks and transported to the building site, where they will be joined together to form the frame. That process is called erection, which you will see next. Now on a job site in Belize City, the men of New Buildings Ltd. are just returning from their lunch hour and are climbing up the 50-foot high structure to begin what is for them just an ordinary day. They are erecting a steel building that will soon become government offices, and this contract gives them less than 3 weeks to have this enormous roof put in place. At this stage of construction, 5 out of 6 of these 80-foot rafters are up. As well, the supporting zinc-plated purlins are bolted down. While I film, these men will hoist this brace into position and bolt it down. It sounds easy, doesn't it? It isn't. Just watch. Working 50 feet off the ground while dealing with heavy pieces of steel gives new meaning to the phrase, "Pass me the hammer." One slip could mean your death, and these men know this. But years of experience have taught these men to focus on their work, move with confidence, and get the job done. While we watch with bated breath, this gigantic structure is being assembled, one bolt at a time. Working with cranes, boom trucks, telescoping forklifts, and man lifts, these machine operators move men and material with precision control, joining pieces of steel framework together so closely that the bolt holes are aligned. So much goes into this type of construction, and on this television program we are seeing just a glimpse of the dedication and professionalism that makes New Buildings Ltd. tops in this field. The number of steel buildings being fabricated and erected here in Belize is on the rise. The men of New Buildings Ltd. are putting in thousands of man-hours, fulfilling the demand for successful companies who want this type of construction. And can there be any question that this type of construction is superior in every way to the conventional types of construction used in the past? While we have glimpsed this brief moment in time, New Buildings Ltd. is receiving inquiries by people like yourself who share a vision of taking their company to the next level with a steel building built by New Buildings Ltd. But there is much more to be seen. Now let's take a ride with one of the partners, Frank Rimple, and see a few examples of businesses who have trusted New Buildings Ltd. with their construction.
I believe why people are choosing steel structures over a conventional way of construction is it's much faster, and you can span much wider structures, and since time is of essence, it's just becoming a modern way of construction these days.
With 1.5 million visitors coming to Belize each year, our airport needs to reflect the standards of the present time. And the Philip Goldson International Airport of Belize called on New Buildings Ltd. to upgrade the front section of their building, a job we did with pride. And Gentrack trusted New Buildings Ltd to design, fabricate, and erect their headquarters here in Belize. Being the #1 supplier of earth-moving machinery in Belize, they needed things done right and in a big way. Huge warehouses needed to be built to store precious parts that would keep the big machines moving. With a job of this size, New Buildings Ltd was the obvious choice. Thanks, Gentrack, for your vote of confidence. Victor L. Bryant and Company Limited is an import-export company that brings goods into Belize. With the dedicated office staff and warehouse space built by New Buildings Limited, we wish them continued success in the future. This enormous church, known as Cayo Christian Academy, is an example of a big building done right. With the underneath of the roof sprayed completely with polyurethane insulation, this building is kept cool despite the hot climate of Belize. Peter's Glass Shop in Spanish Lookout is another huge building built by New Buildings Limited. Known to be the #1 glass shop in Belize, it is only fitting that they would trust New Buildings Limited to provide their building, thus being part of their future. The Spanish Lookout outdoor expo facilities play host to some of the biggest get-togethers in the Cayo district. Situated beside a lake in a park-like setting, New Buildings Limited is proud to have contributed to the reputation of the annual Spanish Lookout Expo. One of the most popular convention centers in San Ignacio is the Octavia Waite Convention Center, used for graduation ceremonies year after year, also built by New Buildings Limited. A newcomer to Spanish Lookout is the Fusion Church. This client wanted a more contemporary design with sleek lines and a modern look. At New Buildings Limited, we accept new challenges and embrace the future. And finally, the showroom and machine shed of the biggest lumber company in Belize was built by New Buildings Limited. Now let's meet the two brothers who make up New Buildings Limited. Henry Rempel, who designs the buildings, manages fabrication and erection of the buildings, who is also the sole owner of this company, and his brother Frank Rempel, who handles the contracts and the clients. A very successful team.
Belize Technology Report will return after these messages.
At Caribbean Chicken, we know what it takes to produce healthy chickens. The all-natural food, the breeder stock, the careful analysis of growth, state-of-the-art incubators, a healthy environment, modern processing, and vacuum packaging. But you just know that it tastes good. Caribbean Chicken. Western Rebuilders in Spanish Lookout is in the business of making your engine new again. There are so many services offered at Western Rebuilders. They are the best engine rebuilding machine shop in Belize. Put your trust in the Mennonites at Western Rebuilders and let your engine live again. The men of Rhineland invite you to have the best weekend of your life by grilling outdoors with their premium meats. Make your own party. Invite all your friends. There ain't nothing better than a great hamburger straight off the grill. Those sausages look good. So does the steak. Best weekend of my life. Rhineland Meats. Find your center for total wellness in Spanish Lookout, beginning with Alignment Chiropractic. Those that suffer with pain will suffer no more in the capable hands of Enrique Friesen, alleviating your pain through a technique known as spinal decompression. Using the most modern equipment and vast knowledge of the human body, he will find solutions to your healing.
Hope to see you soon at our new location across from Western Dairies, Spanish Lookout.
Find your center for total wellness in Spanish Lookout with Alignment Chiropractic. Have a blessed day.
We now return to Belize Technology Report.
And when you're big time, it's hard not to be noticed. I'm talking about New Buildings Crane Services. While producing the television series To Build a Bridge, I had opportunity to film these cranes in action. Run the tape. 7:30 a.m. bright and early Monday morning, the men of the McCall are pulling the forms off the number 2 lift, ready and raring to go again. Standing in a hole that 2 hours before was neck-deep in water, both pumps had been running since sunup, and the men were getting tired of standing around. There's lots to do, and with the help of this 15-ton boom crane truck, they are pulling these steel forms while a couple other guys are roughing up the concrete to prepare for the next pour. It'll take 15 mixer trucks to fill this next pier, so they gotta keep them coming. Boom, boom, boom. They're dumping, vibrating, and moving along as they go. When you're pouring concrete, there's no brakes, not till it's done. You gotta keep on moving. The welders are cutting holes in the sheet piles used to hold back the water when this 65-ton hydraulic crane truck pulls up. This is where we say goodbye to the cofferdams, but it won't be easy. These sheet piles were driven into the ground months ago, and to pull them out will be easier said than done. This should be interesting. The chains are tight, and the crane starts pulling. The men step back as this mighty machine begins to pull up the first of these solid steel interlocking sheets. There's not a lot to do but get out of the way as these 25-foot steel sheets are lifted up and then laid to rest on the ground. This is the world of construction, and you are seeing it all. This is how they built the McCall. Well, that's one down and about 50 more to go. Isn't this fun? The boss man says that this is taking way too long, that we're on a timeline here and we're starting to get behind. We're going to crank up the speed on this process and start yanking them out 3 at a time. Jump up in the bucket and set those hooks the way I showed you. One this way and then one the other. When the boss man comes out on the site, you can bet that things are going to start happening. Sure enough, that 65-ton crane was pulling them up 3 at a time. Well, it was, till it got hung up. They started jerking and it wasn't looking good, but the boss man said, "Don't pull straight up, pull to the right." Now you're going to find out why they call him the boss. He's built bridges all over Belize, and what he said you can take to the bank. Those rusty sheet piles thought they were stuck forever. They put up a good fight. It took about 15 minutes. But then they came apart in the end, folded up like crumpled paper and taken away. Yeah, it was something to see, jerking those sheet piles out of the ground, and when it was done, felt good. Then an excavator with a claw bucket started dredging out some material to fill in where the sheet piles were before. We were starting to get into the rhythm of things now, and it was almost lunchtime. As much as we wanted to forget about those sheet piles, that wasn't going to happen. We would have to take them apart where we had pulled them 3 at a time. Strapped to a tree trunk with steel cables, we started slamming these things, trying to separate them. Sometimes slamming ain't enough. You need some good old-fashioned oil to grease these rusty devils. So now you know, it's never easy to build a bridge. On to the next business associated with New Buildings Ltd. This one is called Remick and is owned by Frank Rempel and Poncho Peters, with great assistance from Poncho's brother, Jake Peters. Here we go. Your new building dream can become a reality. It's easy with Remick seamless roofing, guttering, siding, and polyurethane. It's the best design and made to last, and Remick is the only company in Belize doing this type of seamless roofing, siding, and polyurethane spraying. Have your new building built safe from hurricane winds, screwed, riveted, and crimped onto a sturdy metal framework. Protect your investment. Be smart. Build with Remick. And when it's done, spray the underneath side with open cell or closed cell polyurethane. Science has proven that polyurethane insulation helps keep the heat out and the cool in, and prevents leaking. And once again, Remick is the only company in Belize offering this service. With an investment of $250,000 in equipment, Remick is the exclusive importer of polyurethane into Belize. Your new building dream can become a reality. It's easy with Remick's seamless roofing, gutters, siding, and polyurethane. The next New Buildings Limited related business is Iguana Boy Services, offering products and services in great demand here in Belize, and also transitioning to be the first gas and diesel service station open late in the Spanish Lookout area. Owned by Frank Rempel and Pancho Peters, it's a real head-turner. Iguana Boy Services is a brand new modern specialty store offering an inventory that is sure to capture the interest of Belizeans on the go. Auto accessories and car care products, top-notch oils and fluids, hardware, tools, everything for man and machine, shocks and struts, brakes, plugs and wires, oil filters, carports, grills, coolers, camping, things for men. And now you don't have to buy a Chinese motorcycle because they sell real Honda motorcycles. Get your oil changed. It's free with purchase of oil. And save even more with Amali oil and 15% off. Amali is an American oil and is getting good reviews for performance and economy. And at this price you can change your oil and filter as often as you want. We carry any major type of oil that you could want. The choice is yours. Get your brakes inspected and replaced at Iguana Boy Services. And it's only a matter of time until those worn shocks and struts will need replacing. We can help you with that too. Easy in and easy out. Find out for yourself at Iguana Boy Services on Iguana Creek Road. And Iguana Boy Services is yet another building constructed by New Buildings Limited. Modeled after the most popular designs, it's a showroom, it's a modern garage, it's artistic, where form follows function. 60 by 60, tinted glass plates, steel frame with seamless siding. The roof is galvanized decking covered with solid concrete. Out back, 2 bay doors open up to reveal a spacious work area with a hydraulic lift capable of lifting any car, SUV, or full-size truck. You'll be tended to by Pancho Peters, the shop's manager and part owner, and you'll find everything you need with the help of Dale Rempel, sales rep. Now you know, we'll see you there. And now the final New Buildings Limited related business, Rim & Associates, offering all of the services of the other New Buildings group of companies to clients who want their entire project taken care of. When you hire Rim & Associates, they handle every aspect of construction from start to finish, and when the project is completed, they hand you the completed project. Pretty impressive, huh?
Kaya Christian Academy of Ontario Village has a brand new school. After years of moving 4 times in all, this school's new and final location is in Ontario Village on the campus of Christian Ministries of Belize. This new school is available to students from Armenia to San Ignacio and incidentally has available space for the 2017-2018 school year. Everyone was very excited about this new school, and Steve ODell was there to speak with co-founder Dana Woodkey.
Hello, it's a glorious day. We're at Kaya Christian Academy. This is our brand new school for 2017. It's our final school. I am one of the co-founders of Kaya Christian Academy, and we are so excited here that we have 10 brand new classrooms, and we have 150 students, but we have room for a lot more. And so we will be glad, and we just give God the praise for what He has done and what He's going to do. Thank you.
The property that Kaya Christian Academy sits on is known as Christian Ministries of Belize and is founded by an anonymous American businessman. This campus is transitioning to become one of the largest private Christian schools in the Kaya district. The construction of the project is being handled by REM and Associates located on Iguana Creek Road. Here are some words from the director of REM and Associates, Frank Rempel.
Hey, my name is Frank Rempel. I'm the director of REM and Associates. We're here at the site where we, of one of our most recent projects. And as you see, this building here is one of them, and then we also have one on the other side, which we'll have a quick look at a little later. This is a project that we have done completely from design stage to finish, where we met with the client when there was just a flat ground here. We designed the building for them, got it approved, started on the foundation all the way in the bottom, made our way up, and we took care of the complete construction. However, with the help of Iguana Creek Welding, we were able to put the steel structure in place, and with the help of REMAC, we were able to do the roof paneling and also the installation, which gives it a cozy room inside. They're very cool rooms because they're insulated and very well done from the inside. They're completely finished with the electrical, and as you see, they got from windows, doors, burglar bars, and as you might see in the background, the big building you see there's a multi-purpose building. We did that a year ago. It's also a project for the same facility. You might have seen that on TV earlier already. And then here, more on this side, is our number one building that we started with on this recent project, but we finished them at the same time. And so that's just part of what we do, and we're proud of what we have done here.
There are 10 new classrooms that hold 30 students each, and there will be construction of yet another building soon. We also spoke to the principal of Cayo Christian Academy, Mrs. Idalyn Adolphus.
Here we are at Cayo Christian Academy, introducing our new school. At present, we have 2 buildings, which comprises of 10 classrooms. We are expecting in the month of November to have another class or another building that will be connected to these 2, where we will have our science lab, our principal office, and our bathrooms. At present, we are still catering for students in first form and in third form. There are still space. Here at Cayo Christian Academy, we provide the number 1 objectives of this school is to provide a Christian education for these kids.
The construction of the new school has brought much excitement to students and teachers alike, an enthusiasm shared by Vice Principal Mrs. Nasli Banner.
Cayo Christian Academy. Wow, it is such a blessing to be here. This school is so different from where we were in the past. We are enjoying our brand new buildings. We are enjoying our brand new classrooms. Our students are having a blast. They walk into the classroom, they are like, Miss, wow, God is good. And I just want to say that as a school, we welcome each and every one of you. We welcome your children. We are here to instill values in this generation and generations to come.
Again, there is space for more students to enroll this year at Cayo Christian Academy. Interested persons can contact them at ccabelize@gmail.com.
Belize Technology Report will return after these messages.
At Caribbean Chicken, we know what it takes to produce healthy chickens. The all-natural food, the breeder stock, the careful analysis of growth, state-of-the-art incubators, a healthy environment, modern processing, and vacuum packaging. But you just know that it tastes good. Caribbean Chicken. Western Rebuilders in Spanish Lookout is in the business of making your engine new again. There are so many services offered at Western Rebuilders. They are the best engine rebuilding machine shop in Belize. Put your trust in the Mennonites at Western Rebuilders and let your engine live again. The men of Rhineland invite you to have the best weekend of your life by grilling outdoors with their premium meats. Make your own party. Invite all your friends. There ain't nothing better than a great hamburger straight off the grill. Those sausages look good. So does the steak. Best weekend of my life. Rhineland Meats. Find your center for total wellness in Spanish Lookout, beginning with Alignment Chiropractic. Those that suffer with pain will suffer no more in the capable hands of Enrique Friesen, alleviating your pain through a technique known as spinal decompression. Using the most modern equipment and vast knowledge of the human body, he will find solutions to your healing.
Hope to see you soon at our new location across from Western Dairies, Spanish Lookout.
Find your center for total wellness in Spanish Lookout with Alignment Chiropractic. Have a blessed day. Iguana Boys Services.
You won't believe their prices.
Hunter Tools and Hardware.
KYB Shocks and Struts.
Oils, hydraulic fluid, car care products, and more.
Honda Motorcycles.
Come and get your oil changed.
Brake jobs, shocks, and struts.
Best prices around.
Iguana Boys near Spanish Lookout.
Your new building dream can become a reality. It's easy with Remic's seamless roofing, guttering, and siding. It's the best design and made to last. And when it's done, spray it with polyurethane to keep the heat out and the cool in. This ultra-efficient, high-tech insulation is available only at Remic. The best buildings are made of steel, fabricated right here in Belize, made to last forever and withstand the hurricane winds. Your steel building is erected right on the site by able men and giant machinery. Your investment is important to us at New Buildings Ltd on Iguana Creek Road. Let Rem & Associates handle your next project from start to finish, utilizing our trusted partners, New Buildings Ltd, New Buildings Crane Service, Remic, and Iguana Creek Welding. Trust your project to the integrity of the Mennonites. Design, engineering, and contracting. Rem & Associates, Iguana Creek Road.
We now return to Belize Technology Report.
As we conclude this episode about the two sets of brothers, the New Buildings guys, I would like to add on a personal note that these men are not just hard-working, exceptional professionals at what they do, but they're also really nice people, and I was proud to have spent time getting to know them. Congratulations on your continued success, guys. Until next time. Well, that's all that we have for this episode of Greatest Places on Earth, Belize Technology Report. If you would like to appear on a future episode, feel free to contact us at BelizeTechReport@outlook.com. Until then, thank you and enjoy this beautiful Belize.
Hey Steve,
Hey, Cadet.
how did the show go?
Yeah, it was great. We're rolling credits right now.
It was a lot of fun, huh?
It was amazing.
You ready for some more Belize technology? Let's do it.
I'm good. I'm on my way.